EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the Seattle Seahawks and our home team. For the right to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58, it's NFC Championship time. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. First play from scrimmage. Watson going to throw it. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Another try after the first down sack. Watson. That's out to the flat for Akers. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Watson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. And the slot man goes in motion left. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he's taken down inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line. No, 66. Hey, 66.
The slot man in motion right. Brady's throw into the hands of Andrews. Down inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, Charles, look, this is probably a harbinger of things to come. He's got such trust in his tight end, and there on back-to-back plays, we're seeing that on display.
And when they have that kind of trust, they're not as worried about what the coverage is because they feel like they know each other so well. They'll make the subtle move downfield, and the ball will end up in the right spot. And by the way, partner, what's harbinger mean? Help me out.
Well, you're the one that taught me that a few years ago, so I'll have to lean on you for that. I'm just hoping it fit into the sentence correctly.
I must have got it from my word of the day calendar on my desk.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On second and goal, Brady. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Brady now on third and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with third and 1. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They'll run here with Akers. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Going right back to Akers. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Now Watson. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. So no gain on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. These two teams all tied after 1. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Slot man moves right. Brady to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
A pass underneath for Fournette. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Brady going to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And this one is right through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. We've got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that one is knocked down, but I don't think it's going to matter. The defense looked like they jumped.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Watson. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Watson now to throw. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. To throw is Watson.
Looking there for puts, but intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Panthers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
You got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position. And he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 1st and 10, here's Brady.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
The slot man in motion right. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Brady now on 1st down.
They'll swing this out to Fournette.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Again, it's Brady. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. A handoff, Fournette running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal here, a big play brewing in this NFC title game.
Throwing now is Brady. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Adam Thielen, as the first half is winding down.
And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Back to throw, Watson. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. The final shot before the break, Watson. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On first down, Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Up 2nd and 2 at the 40-yard line.
Go, 66. 72.
From the 40 now on second down, Brady. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. He's going to pick up the first down and then some.
Touchdown! Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Here's Watson. But he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
On 4th down, Watson. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage. But
oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can run. And now Watson throws another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Brady now on 1st down. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Shotgun now for Brady.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And the slot man goes in motion left. To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Give them 32 on the play. Inside handoff down to Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Hey, Alabama. Shadow! No, 66.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing on 2nd down. Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Seahawks are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, finding room at midfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by John Johnson. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Jack it, reload!
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. 20! And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle.
And this time he is in. Leonard Fournette, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point forthcoming. And the lead is now 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st down, it's Watson. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Watson now to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And the Panthers are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, and now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Their backs really against the wall now, and we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th.
And now here's another interception. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Again, it's Fournette. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they get to hoist the house.